Let's discuss the difference and sum of two cubes. We're going to start by finding the product of these two factors. So we have a binomial here and a trinomial here. We're going to find the product of these and then see what we're going to get. Right, we're going to expand by distributing. We multiply every term in the second bracket by x. X times x squared is x cubed. X times negative xy is negative x squared y. X times positive y squared is xy squared. And then we also multiply every term in the second bracket by y, positive y. And then we're going to get y times x squared is x squared y, or y x squared. Let's start with x. It's going to be x squared y. And then y times negative xy is going to be negative xy squared. Then y times positive y squared is going to be y cubed. And then you're going to get something like this. You see that after finding the product, this is what we got. And then negative x squared y plus x squared y is 0. Positive xy squared minus xy squared is 0. So what we remain with? We remain with x cubed plus y cubed, which is what? Which is the sum of two cubes. So what does that mean? When we add two cubes, what we get? We get these two brackets. Okay, it means when we find the sum of two cubes, we'll get these brackets. So now let's discuss this more. We say that x cubed will give us these two brackets. So we have the first bracket and second bracket. So I'll use those terms. I'll say first bracket and second bracket. Right. So what do we do? First bracket, if you check, you cube root each term and keep the same sign. We find the cube root of x cubed, which is x. We find the cube root of y cubed, which is y. And then the operation here is addition. So the operation here is also addition. So cube root each term and keep the sign. That's the first bracket. And then the second bracket comes from the first bracket. When you're finding the second bracket, forget about this and just use your first bracket when you're finding your second bracket. And then what do? Second bracket, square the first term, which is x, you get x squared. Change the sign. You see that it's plus here, so it's going to be minus. You change the sign, it's now minus. And then multiply the terms together. You say x times y, x times y, and then xy. And then this sign is always positive, or this operation is always addition. It's always positive. And then you square the last term. We square the y, which is y squared. Okay, let me show you using a diagram. So we have this. What do? We said first bracket, cube root x cubed, same sign, cube root y cubed. Okay, and then we have our first bracket, and then the second bracket will come from the first bracket. So what do? Square x, get x squared, change sign, product of x and y, which is xy, always positive, and then y squared. We have factorized the sum of two cubes. Let's look at the difference of two cubes. We're going to do the same method. We're going to start by expanding these. What we get if we expand this, you can do that on your own later, but you just distribute this, distribute that, and distribute that. Distribute this, this, this. And then what we get? We get this. And then if you check, x squared y minus x squared y is 0. Xy squared minus xy squared is 0. You remain with x cubed minus y cubed, which is the difference of two cubes. This is the difference of two cubes. It means this is equal to this. It means this is equal to that. That's difference of two cubes. So when you factorize difference of two cubes, you get such brackets. Let's discuss about this. So what do we do? Same thing. First bracket, cube root each term and keep the sign. So you cube root x cubed, you get x. cube root y cubed, you get y, you keep the sign. See that? And then the second bracket comes from the first bracket. Square the first term. Okay, so it's x squared, change sign from minus to plus or from negative to positive. And then multiply the terms, x times y, xy. And then we have the last term, which is always positive. You square y there, becomes y squared. If you check, there's always what? 2 pluses and 1 minus. So the first one that we did, it was plus, then minus, plus. Okay, and then this one is what? Is minus, plus, plus. You see that? What did we say? We say that you cube root x cubed, you get x, same sign, cube root y cubed. Now we have our first bracket. And then the second bracket will come from the first bracket, square of x, change sign, product of x and y, and then always positive, and then square of y. Now this is the difference of two cubes. This is difference of two cubes. Okay, now let's use what we have learned to factorize the difference and sum of two cubes. So what did he say? We said we're going to find the cube roots of these terms. So the cube root of x cubed is x, and then the cube root of 8. 8 is 2 cubed. So the cube root of 8 is 2. Okay, we have 2 here. So we're going to form our first bracket with these 2. We maintain the sign, which is minus. So it's x minus 2. And then what we do, we square the x, change sign, x times 2, always positive, 2 squared. Done. Very easy. Okay, that's what you get. I'll give you 3 questions. I want you to try them. You can even pause the video here and try them before I show you the answers. Let's try this. Let's do this together. So we have m cubed minus 27. Cube root of m cubed is m. Cube root of 27 is 3. So the first bracket is going to be m minus 3. That's the first bracket. Square the m. Change sign. 3 times m. Always positive. 3 squared is 9. See that? Get that? They've factorized. Then the second one. What is the cube root of 8x cubed is equal to 2x. Then cube root of 27y cubed is equal to 3y. So first bracket, 2x, maintain the sign, plus 3y. And then square 2x, 4x squared, change sign, 3x times 3y, 6xy, always positive, square 3y, 9y squared. Done. We've found we have factorized the sum of two cubes. So we get that. Then the last one, be careful with this one. There's a highest common factor, so we factor out 4 first. So it's going to be 4, then x cubed plus y cubed. Okay, and then we can factorize this. Cube root of x cubed is x, cube root of y cubed is y. So it's going to be 4, and then we have our first bracket, x plus y. Remember, maintain the sign, first bracket. Then second bracket, square the x squared, change sign, x times y, xy, always positive, and then square the y squared. And then you can simplify to this.